Come on the floor, palms on the floor, knees on the floor. Palms are shoulder width apart, knees hips width apart. Your wrists are just below your shoulders and knees below your hips. Drop your lower back down. Your navel is going towards the floor. Keep your attention fixed to the navel. You are kind of pulling a string from the navel to the center of the chest. The chest is widening out horizontally and then rolling up into the chin. Shift your chest slightly in front a bit so that you can create a concave back. Maintain the length, vertical extension from your crown to your hips or the anus. Breathe normally. As you exhale, bring your chin to the chest, upper back up completely. Round it as much as you can, and once you think you are done with the rounding of the upper back, also round your mid back. You will feel the engagement of the core. Inhale, roll out, starting from the bottom, moving to the top. Try and push your shoulders slightly ahead of your wrist. Exhale, chin to the chest, upper back up. Keep going up. Create suction into your armpit. Inhale, up, tall. Exhale, in, chin to the chest, upper back up, mid back up. Feel your core. Inhale, up, tall. Exhale, in. This is the fourth one. And the last one. Inhale, up slowly. Maintain the length of your spine. Exhale, in. Once you're built up with 5 rounds, you can slowly start increasing the numbers to 8 to 10. Take a break, just relax very softly into Shashankasana. Forehead on the floor. Stay there for a few seconds. On the floor, palms on the floor, knees on the floor, check for alignment. Your right leg is sliding out. Now walk your right foot one step in, tuck your toes, press your metatarsals to the maximum possible. Lengthen the arch of your foot and try and get your heel down into the floor. Stay there. You should feel your calf and your hamstring. Stay there for 10 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. The other leg out. Stretch out. Tuck it in. Walk it one step in. You push the metatarsal. Lengthen the arch for the heel to go down. Tall body tall. One line from your anus to the crown. Pull apart. And you are making an effort to get your heel into the floor. Knee can be slightly tucked in if you are comfortable. Must be around 5 seconds by now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your knee on the floor. Again, your right leg is sliding out, the same thing. Yes, tuck it in. Bring your forearms on the floor. For the next 5 rounds, 5 seconds, try and push your heel into the floor, your calves and your hamstrings. This is an isolated movement for your calf release. Now, the left knee is slightly off the floor and push your body weight on the right heel. Try and bring your right heel into the floor. Shift back. This is completely calf opening. If your calves are tight, you will feel it's kind of tearing it apart. Hold there for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. The other leg, slide out. Bring your foot one step in so that you have enough range of motion. First, press the heel down into the floor as much as you can. Lengthen the arch of the foot. You can tuck the right foot to get your right knee slightly off the floor. Shift your body weight behind as if you're trying to get your heel into the floor. Stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. knees on the floor, and very gently relax in Shashankasana. Release there. On the floor, palms on the floor, knees on the floor, wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips. That's your measurement in the alignment. Slide your right leg out as much as you can. Hold it there. Right foot off the floor at 90-degree angle. Pull out. Ensure that your hips are aligned and not tilted. That will engage your core as well. Arms are tall, shoulders are apart. You're gazing slightly in front. Ensure to keep your hips aligned, no collapsing at all. Hold it there. We are holding, if you want, you can tuck your toes at the bottom or you can keep it stretched. It's your choice, you should be comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Slide the other leg out, slide out completely. Foot off the floor, tall. Again, align the adjustment of your hips, chest wide open, no strain into the area between the shoulder and your earlobes. That's really important. Thigh will go slightly up, chest wide open, and we'll hold for equal length of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release, bring the knee on the floor. Now we are adding one more variation to the same. If you are comfortable at this stage, we'll add the variation. If not, continue with the same practice. Right leg out again, out tall. Right foot off the floor at 90-degree. Check for the alignment of your body. Yes. Now get your left arm up off the floor in front. Opposite hand pull apart. Now you have to pull both the extremities away from each other. Leg going out at the back, arm going out in front, and your body should not tilt. Align your body. Your hips should not collapse. Chest wide open again. You can tuck your toe to take support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. The other leg out now, slide out completely, up, use your thigh to bring it up, and now the opposite hand, maintain the length of the body, pull apart for the right balance, chest slightly down, hip up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you must feel good locked into the stomach, that is the one which is balancing your foot and your hand, hold on to that. Slowly release and relax in Shashankasana. Very gently stay there for a few seconds. On the floor, palms on the floor, knees on the floor. Your left leg stretched out to the maximum. Raise your left thigh up at 90-degree angle. At this time you will feel good engagement of your lower back, especially the sacrum area. Lock your thigh, lock your lower back, your chest is wide open, your neck is tall and away from the shoulder. While keeping your thigh locked, bend your knee to bring your heel into the hip and open up. Again, 10 times, in, 2, open up completely, 3, keep your thigh up. This is a lot of thigh workout as well because you'll have to maintain the holding against the gravity. 5, 6, 7, thigh as much as possible up, 8, lot of strength building, 9, 10. We'll repeat with the other leg, same way. You have to keep working on keeping your thigh up. This is also a very good test for your gluteal strength. And we need a very strong glute for the whole problem, to sort out the whole problem. Now your right leg out, up, tall. Lock, do not tilt your body, align your hips, thigh up towards the ceiling and go kick your heel into the hip. With control, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a break. Relax in Shashankasana. If using your palms on the floor is stressful to your arms, you can always come on your forearms until you think the arms are strong enough to take your body weight. On the floor, palms on the floor, knees on the floor, check for alignment. Your left leg out completely to the left. Use your thigh to bring your left leg off the floor. Okay. Bend your knee to bring your heel into the head. Roll your head at the back as much as you can. As you exhale, create a rounding back, upper back especially. Bring your knee to your forehead, to your nose, wherever you are comfortable. Inhale, stretch out completely. Knee bent, foot towards your head. Exhale, in slowly. We'll complete 5 rounds with this one. Go as per your comfort, stretch completely as much as you can. Do not push too much. Whatever you can do, just stick to that. Like try and play around with your spine as well. It will give a good massage to your spine. Bend your knee, push your thigh up. Exhale. 4 rounds over the last one. Out completely. Thigh up, chest out. You can shift your chest slightly ahead for more opening. Thigh up. Exhale. Change the other side. Out. Left leg tall. Sorry, the right one. Bend your knee. Yes. Exhale. Squeeze your stomach. Round your upper back. Inhale out first. Thigh pulled up. Do not tilt your body. Yes, align your body. Exhale. 3 more rounds to go. You can start with 1 or 2 rounds. Again, if you feel any kind of strain on your wrist, you can always go on the forearms to begin with. Do not stress your wrist, otherwise that will lead to another problem. As you could see, Sanjana just tucked her toes. If you think you're not able to get control with your toes sliding out, you can always tuck your toes. Just modify as per your requirement to begin with, so that you can continue forward for a while. Once you are done with 5 rounds, you will take a break and gently relax in Shashankasana. Lie down on your back, turn to one side, take support with your palm and slowly lie down. No fast movement. Your knees are bent. Usually if the back pain is severe and if you try to get your legs straight, it may increase the pain. So to be on the safer side, we'll keep the knees bent. Also we are moving into Setu Bandhasana, but before that we'll do a check so that we don't strain that area. So let's use the yoga block and place it just below your lower back. Placing is really important. You must feel an almost instant release. It will go slightly, yeah, that placing is good. So placing almost around your sacrum, as you can see the block, that will ease, that will kind of give a soft traction to your sacrum and also your lumbar, and that will start releasing your lower back pain. Stay there for a while with deep breathing. Bring your right knee close to your chest. Now you will see good traction in one side of the back. Place your foot down and again, total 5 times. Right knee to the chest and down. In, out, twice more. When you're getting your knee in, the force will slightly increase on the lower back and that will bring more release. So like to begin with, only 5 rounds. And once you're comfortable, you will start increasing the number. We'll go with the other leg. Exhale, bring the knee in, release, in as much as possible. And when the knee is coming to the chest, the area of your lower back which is on the block, just press it further down for better traction and release. Again, in, down, equal in both the sides. Once you have completed both the legs, bring both the knees into the chest. Now this is really soft, subtle movement and a lot of release you can realize with this one. If you are comfortable on this, slightly move your hips to the right, just slightly, and then to the left, just a slight one. What are we doing in this one? We are giving a good massage to the lower back from side to side. And also because the block is still there beneath your lower back, it's giving a good traction for the release. You can do 5 rounds. You can bring your knees further down into the chest. See, and release. Again go back into the chest from there. Yeah, like in a small range of motion. Again go in, don't bring it further down. There only, from there only. Go into the chest and maybe like few inches away, that's all. Go in. So do not bring it like down. If you just like stick yourself into that point, you will have a good release into the kind of lower back and mid back. And slowly release, bring your feet down on the floor. You can remove the block. We are moving into Setu Bandhasana. Hands by the side of the body. Okay, your attention is around your anus. So you're bringing your hips, rolling it mentally into the anus. Squeeze your anus, raise it up slowly. See, you'll have to check your feet positioning. If you want to bring it in, you can do so. You must be comfortable and get good support from the feet on the floor. So press the floor firmly. You can go slow, wherever you are comfortable. Do not push too much. If you want, you can interlace your fingers beneath your back. Pull out, roll your shoulders in, stay there. Continuously keep your hips kind of, like engaged into each other. Very gently bring your lower back towards the floor. Again bring it up, hips tight. Slowly. Exhale down, up again. Slowly. This was 3rd round. Down. This is very gently. We are not pushing or getting into perfection. We have 2 more to go. See, if you want your heels to come close to your body, you can always do that. You have to check. Every body is different. Every pain is different. See what gives you the maximum grip and no strain. And you'll have to play around that. Down again slowly. While coming down, again go up the last one. While coming down, let the upper back come into the floor. Then the mid back. And then slowly your lower back. That will give a release to whole of the spine. A counter stretch to the whole practice. Bring your knees into the chest. Dvipada Pavan Muktasana. Wrap your arms around very gently. Hug yourself and stay there. We are getting ready for Tanvakrasana. So ensure that your lower back is sliding down. You can use your hand to slide it out so that there is no gap at the lower back, and that is critical. There should not be any gap. That will increase your back pain. Also, ensure that your chin is towards the chest. Do not force too much, but gently, so that the back of the head can stretch out. That will protect your neck. Now, you can actually bring your arms beneath your head by interlacing your fingers, or you can stretch it apart. It all depends on how tight or flexible is your shoulders. So make a choice as per your comfort. Okay? Slowly raise your hips off the floor. Again, you are squeezing your hips to bring your hips off the floor. Shift your hips out to the right and place it on the floor. Now bring your knees into the chest. Press as much as you can into the chest and start rolling your knees to the left side towards your armpit slowly while you're turning your head to the opposite side. Stay there. Ideally, your feet should relax on the floor. Your knees should relax into each other. In case if your knees are not resting into each other and you have to make an effort, use the block and place it in between the knees. And continue pressing that. In fact, you can keep pulsing, like pressing the block in between the knees and releasing. That will also work on your inner thigh. Continue pressing. So you don't need to actually separate. Press the knees into the block and just kind of let it go kind of. So that is completely your inner thigh work. Stay there. At least be there for a minute. Continue watching your lower back. If you are absolutely comfortable, the upper hip. So in this case, the right hip is up. Slightly move forward, backward, side to side actually. Yes, gentle. So that is also a very good release. Very gentle. So like it is all inner thigh, part of your right hip band. I mean, you can play around how much, how far. You can also keep your feet together and just move your knee up and down. So there are different variations. You can keep your feet on the floor, and only the knee, only the top knee. Yes, only top knee. See, so like whatever those were all variations which like we were showing you. You can go with any of those or all of those slowly when you start working on this one. We are done with almost 1 minute. Now slowly bring your knees into the chest. You can remove the block if you want. And then feet on the floor. Very gently. Bringing the knees into the chest and then the feet on the floor will protect your lower back. Again, hips up. Just roll it out to the opposite side. Knees hugging your chest. Bring the knees into the chest and then sideways into the floor. Turn your head to the opposite side. Your elbows have to be on the floor, and if it is not, feel free to keep your arms open. You can use the block in between your knees. Stay there. You'll have to ensure that the gap between the shoulder and your earlobe is really stretched out. There is no squeezing into that and no contraction. It may happen if your shoulders are tight, and if it so happens, that will lead to neck pain, which we don't want. So opening the arms out is a very good idea, a safe idea, in case if you have any kind of problem with the shoulder. You can play around with all those variations. The knee can go up, the foot can go up, the feet can be together, the knee can go up and down. These are all different kind of release. Stay for equal length of time. And once you are done with that, slowly bring your knees into the chest. Knees, and feet on the floor. It is really important that when you release your posture and when you're trying to get up from the floor, you get up in a certain way so that you don't hurt your back. If you don't do that, whatever practices you have done, that will all bring you to square one. So roll over to one side, roll your hips out, take support of your palm. Yes, softly come up, very softly. And this is how you will release your posture.